So I've been reading a lot of stories and I've choose the ones that talked about neighborhood community and the sense of solidarity between everybody because I found them more interesting than the ones that talked about food or I don't know, or what I did last summer on my vacation on Main Street and stuff like that. So I choose the ones that talked about having a relationship with your neighbors because that's a thing that I've wanted the most when I was a little kid. I used to live in a house and I had all these neighbors that were kind of my age, but we never hang out because I don't know, there were a lot of troubles between our moms or our dads, and it kind of got into us, and I never made friends out of with my neighbors. And then when I moved to another house, I had no neighbors that were my age. They were much more older, so to make a friendship out of it was kind of strange. So I found out that I always wanted to have like a neighbor that was also my best friend, and I kind of did that when I was a little kid, but that didn't work out because this girl moved out like a year later. We met, so that's a sad story. But I've also kind of curious about how is life in a small town when you don't have like a lot of things to do, like the things you can do there kind of get a little bit boring, which also happens in big cities. I've noticed that, but not so often. And even though I don't mind things getting boring, what I wouldn't like about living in a small town, and I'm not saying that I live in a big city, but I know that I don't live in a small town, is that there is a saying in Mexico that goes, small town, big hell. And that's because of the gossips and what people know about you, and they know a lot about you and you know a lot about them. So that's what I wouldn't like about a small town, but that kind of like one thing out of a lot of things that I would like to experience in by living in a small town. So I think that when I grow up, I'm not going to be the kind of girl that goes to a big city and achieve her dreams there. I would like to work and have a family and to live in a small town.